Yo, what's the word, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. You already know who it is. It's your boy, LeRoy. And today, man, we finna watch Shannon Sharpe reacts to Shannon. Oh, Shannon. Shannon reacts to Shannon tripping. Shaquille O'Neal calling Unc out for criticizing Jokic interview, man. Let me know down in the comments section below if y'all think Shea got robbed for MVP, because I feel like he did. I don't think Jokic uh, uh, deserved it this year. I'm gonna keep it real. Even though he a triple double magnet, but in the playoffs he's not really doing too much. He's not really going too crazy, and Shea is going crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
But it's something I want to address. Just came to brought to my attention is that Ocho okay, Shaq, about the comments that I said last night. Shaq said you took me sticking up for Shea as jealousy of Joker shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. That's not what I get, but anyway. So here's the clickbait for you. If I ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you're at. Be jealous sounds like you're jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people in case you forgot 4 rings, 3 finals MVPs, top 50, top 75. And to be quite frank, all this success you got still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according I work less, but not blah blah blah. But anyway,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shaq is mentally soft for his age. He shouldn't be combating back and forth. He shouldn't be doing all this controversial stuff and getting in his feelings the way he do. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? All the shots fired back and forth. First of all, Shannon got his own opinion on things, and Shaquille do too. And not to mention, Shannon Sharpe, he's a football player. He's an ex-football Hall of Fame football player. His thoughts not gonna be completely right on basketball. I mean, let's be honest here. Shaq, you're from basketball. You're an NBA legend, top 75, like you just said, championships and everything. So you can't really knock him for what he feel or how he feel. I mean, if you feel like Jokic went crazy this year, he did for him. But I think Shea did. Like, I agree with you, Shaq, but
love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love always, the most dominating big man ever. Never took it serious. Remember, I know you and you know words of Skip better. I'm better than you. Hashtag G14 classification. I have it, you don't. Not in my profession.
like all this stuff is unnecessary.
When that happened?
All the chit chat
About
types.
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago?
Wait,
I've never.
Shaq in the chat?
No, he on IG. I've never professed. I've never professed that I was as great as Shaq. But what I will say,
Yes, sir.
How can you compare to that though?
what I got because I worked my ass off. Now Shaq has been the one to say it. That he didn't work as hard, he didn't train as hard, he didn't eat as well as he should have.
Right.
Shaq is the one that anytime someone wins an MVP, he talks about how he should have been the MVP over Steve Nash. Now, you guys have heard me speak glowingly. I say Travis Kelce's better tight end than I was. So was Grom. So was my guy.
It's because Shannon, you don't have an ego as much as Shaq does. Shaq has a humongous ego. I mean ego. Uh ego. Like he always feel like he's the best. He's better than everybody on the court, even in today's age. And he's not. He's just not. I mean, yeah, he was a powerful force inside the paint. He get monsters, rebounds, blocks, all that. But he couldn't hit a free throw, and he barely shot. He couldn't even shoot threes. People nowadays they stretch the floor. They could dominate in the paint like Jokic and shoot free throws and hit outside jumpers. So therefore, Shaq might be hating on Jokic. I'm not gonna lie because everybody knows that Jokic could hit. Jokic could screen and pop and hit threes. Shaq couldn't do that, bro. And he could dominate. He's a walking triple double, and we all know this. You feel what I'm saying? So he might be on a little hating side, or he feel like his ego is shot.
What's his name? For the Chargers. And Antonio Gates,
Antonio Gates.
Gonzo, Big Winslow. I'm cool. I got no problem. You know why I got no problem, Ocho?
Because you got championships, bro.
Because I got everything out of my God-given ability.
Oh,
God
bro.
gave me the ability to do what I could do, but He gave me discipline. He gave me dedication, the way I trained, the way I ate, the way I slept. So this was all I could get.
But you understanding that the
Now
sport
I
is
would have
evolving,
felt some
bro.
type of way if I'd have got these numbers and I half-assed it, but I never half-assed it. I mean, Kobe said Shaq should have won and they should have won.
Right.
But my thing is that you can't, and it said greatest characters. It's Shaq, I'm the greatest character. No, am I a top 100 player? No. Am I the equivalent as a football player as Shaq was as a basketball player? No. But what I did do is that I maximized that. And my question, if Shaq and yeah, because it's rough on the back. My question is, do you believe that you gave everything you possibly could in basketball? Did you train the way you should have? Did you eat the way you should have? That just goes to show you how great you was. Is that you didn't, you allowed your weight to get out of control. The injury started to creep up, and you got 4 rings, and you got 3 finals MVP.
All right. Nobody's knocking
See,
that.
I'm mad, man. I wish I understood.
Why you mad?
Because I wish I understood goddamn basketball. So when you talking about Shaq, especially during that time, think about this. If I don't know basketball now, the way I should, the way you do, like what you telling me right now, it's like I'm trying to process the shit.
Think about it.
But I can't because I wasn't watching back then.
Think about it, Ocho. He's the most dominant big man in the history of the game.
I know that.
To be real, in order for you to know who Shaq is, how he played, and all types of stuff, you didn't really have to watch the whole game. I mean, just pull up some highlights, nigga. You gonna know real quick that he's one of the greatest of all time. Let's be honest here. So, all the jibber jabs Ocho's saying right now, that has nothing to do with this game. Like, for real. Like, I know you was out the loop and stuff like that, but you still know who Shaq is.
And he got 1 MVP.
Right.
So
One
think
MVP
about
is crazy
think
though.
about how they just, I'm not gonna say rob. I don't want to use the word rob.
How they robbed?
How they robbed Shea.
They did, bro.
30 points.
And he's still going crazy.
But he doesn't get it.
They were
So
On a
what's
young
the
ass team.
What's the criteria for MVP if you
It's-
gave it to Joker again?
But I don't think they gave it because Joker was top 10 in points, top 10 in rebounds, top 10 on assists, and they basically had the same record. They just had OKC just had a better division record.
Oh,
So you're talking about so it's not like they were the number 1 seed and Joker was number 10.
Right. Okay.
Right, that's true.
Shaq, if you took what I said as a slight, okay, I can get it. And people say, well, see, my thing is that I'm not saying that I've never said I was the equivalent, and I'm quick to say that when I talk about Kevin Durant or I talk about any player, I said I'm not the equivalent basketball player, but all I can do is maximize my ability.
Right.
Shaq know deep down, he can take all the shots. Yeah, you got more money. Yeah, you're more famous than me. Yeah, you're more well known. You're gonna have way more money than I ever have.
And first of all, he's gonna be well known. He's gonna continue to be well known more than a football player is because when you're on the field as a football player, your face is covered. You have helmets on, you have pads on, and everything like that of that nature. So even the world famous football players don't even get noticed in public. Let's keep it a bean. If we keep it 100, that's just how it go. You feel me? Tony Romo, not Tony Romo. Shoot, Calvin Johnson could walk down the street right now, and some of us won't even know who he is or never seen him before. It's because he had that visor on, that dark visor on, and that helmet on. But he one of the greatest all time. Let's be honest. He's a freak of nature. So that comparison, we can't even say that neither. You feel me? Cause you know who Shaq is. First of all, he's 7'2", 7', 7'1", whatever 7 foot. And he been around a long time, and he almost a face. He's a known face in the NBA. It is what it is.
Nobody will ever say that I was lazy or I cheated myself. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else for you, Shaq. I ain't got no. I ain't here to argue with you. I'm not here to debate with you. It is what it is.
I mean,
I can't do
Shaq
any more on
always
the
looking
football
for a
field.
debate,
You
bro.
can't do any more on the basketball court. Yes, you were great. Yes, you were great. But you know deep down, you should be in the top five, not top 10. Because you just said, who else was the most dominant? You said you were the most dominant. Most people agree you were the most dominant.
Mm-hmm.
so I have a question. Now,
Yes.
see, here we go. Here we go again with my lack of basketball fucking knowledge. If Shaq was the most dominant to ever play at his position, right, the five, the center, how is he not in the goddamn top five?
Ask him. Ask the people that say is Shaq in their top five. Ask them.
But I'm assuming people. Okay. I need to take a fucking course or something. If he's top five, if he's the best big man of all time, then he has
That
to
is
be
true.
everyone's
How
top
did
five. You got Jordan, you got Kobe,
you got Wilt in there? You got
uh,
Akeem.
LeBron. I'm assuming. I don't know how to.
See,
How about
that's the thing.
what I
That's the thing. He's the most dominant person because he was super strong. He was super strong and he had his way in any type of way. But he didn't have no real finesse to him. He just back you down, overpower you and dunk and do all that type of stuff. But as far as skill wise, Akeem Olajuwon, okay, skillful. Wilt Chamberlain, skillful. So that's how he got boosted up. That's how they get boosted up in the top five. And Shaq isn't in the top five. Am I wrong? I could be, but that's how I feel.
Look, I told people my criteria for the top five. I say for me, for you to be in the top five, you have to have at least, you have to have more than one regular season MVP. That's my criteria. Now, some
Okay.
people say, well, Shannon, as long as you got this or as long as you got that, that's their criteria. Like you said, what is the criteria for the MVP?
Wait, I have a question. Why do, why does the individual award matter to be included in the top five of something in general? If you
Name-
just if you were he was the most dominant at that
You're the
position,
most, you got
why
most
does the
dominant.
MVP matter though?
You're the most dominant and you only won one MVP. So how dominant were you? I believe you're the most dominant. I do. Because I watched him play. Now I didn't see Wilt. I'm not going to say I
Right,
didn't see
see,
Wilt.
yeah,
I
see.
just see Wilt's numbers. But the guy, and I started following basketball back in the late 70s.
Right.
So as far as dominant, Shaq was it. Shaq was it.
It was
Shaq
always a
was the dominant
mismatch
player,
when it came to
which
Shaq.
means
For real,
he
for
should
real.
have more than one regular season MVP.
So when he was playing and he was dominant during these years, who the hell was winning the damn MVPs?
LeBron won some MVPs.
Yeah.
Shaq came in 92.
Right.
So Jordan, Karl
That
Malone,
was Jordan prime too, boy.
Charles Barkley,
Hey, Barkley won
Hakeem
MVP. Hey,
Olajuwon, David Robinson.
I was about to
Tim
say
Duncan.
the nigga who played for Houston, that nigga was tough too. Akeem Olajuwon, that nigga was tough. But let's keep it all the way at that. And I wasn't even thought of in 92, 93, in the 90s. But I definitely know my research on certain people in the 90s. Feel me? I was born in 2003, by the way. Hey, where y'all at, man?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash was going crazy.
Barkley won MVP, huh?
Yeah.
hey, when I look
People-
at Charles,
see,
hey, when I
people-
look at
see,
Charles,
no. See, people laugh at Charles and all.
Yeah, yeah. Charles, wait, hold on. Before he even say nothing, Charles Barkley, he was super dominant too. He just so happened to be in the wrong time frame of trying to win a championship. You had the Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, like you said. You had the Patrick Ewings. You had the you had the Kings. You had Tim Duncan them. All type of stuff. You had all them type of people. You had all them type of people that was battling for the same thing. And Jordan overcame all them. Oh, and Utah Jazz. I'm tripping. All them, yeah. Trailblazers was crazy. So it was just super dominant. So it was kind of hard for that nigga to win a ring.
No.
he could play
Charles
some
was
ball, huh?
what? Hell yeah.
Hey, what Charles? He was the four. He was the four.
He was a power forward, yes.
But he look undersized though. He
Very
look short.
undersized. Yes.
Right, right.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Yes.
Hey, that's crazy. I can't see Chuck outside of TNT or see I can't see him outside of golf. But picture him
Exactly.
dominating on the basketball court.
No. He was the real deal.
Oh, okay.
He was the real deal.
Hey, that's live. That's live. Hey man,
But
hey,
but I
y'all-
put it like this here. If Shaq, let's just say Shaq came in 92 and he stayed at 325, there's
Different.
no way he doesn't have 4 or 5 MVP.
Yeah.
No way he doesn't have 4. He doesn't have 5, 6 MVP.
Cause that's when he was in shape for real.
wait, when he was in Orlando, you say he was 325?
When he came out, he was 7'1", 325.
Hey, that's a big human.
Matter of fact, bump all that. Imagine if Penny Hardaway didn't get injured the way he did. Penny Hardaway, along with Shaq, they would have won so many rings. They could have won. They had potential to win so many rings right there, bro. Them alone, that's a 1-2 punch. And that's when Shaq was in his prime. When Penny Hardaway went down with his knee. Once he hurt his knee, everything went to shreds.
What?
Yeah.
Golly.
And that's why I say we're never going to see a Shaquille O'Neal again. People talk about we're not going to see a Jordan, we're not going to see a LeBron, we're not going to see a Kobe.
Right.
We're never going to see a guy his size
To be able to move like
that
that.
can move.
Right.
Hey,
Nope.
hey, you know the little clip?
Nope.
Remember the little clip with him and Jordan playing around at the All-Star game?
Yes.
And he hit the, hey,
Yeah.
What buddy footwork? What Shaq
Do
footwork?
you
was
remember
like that? What?
they used to have a show on. I forget the name of the show where like Shaq would go play flag football and he did other sport activities.
Right. Oh yeah,
Did you watch?
I remember that. Yeah,
Did you watch
Shaq?
Shaq? You see Shaq run?
Yeah. I remember the episode with
nobody had that size. You're never gonna see a guy that size with that kind of athleticism. You're not. But maybe this is
See, but Shannon is giving him his flowers though.
Shaq taking it as serious as Kobe, as serious as Jordan, as serious as LeBron.
Right.
Yeah.
With what he know and the access that he had. So because as you get to that level, you have access to the best trainers, you have the access to the best nutritionists, the best chefs.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
So
Hey, man, y'all.
Which he's on to some though.
I ain't got no beef with Shaq.
I ain't know. No, we can't have no beef with Shaq. We can't have no beef with Shaq because
Shaq loves
jump on him. You know,
like being
now you laughing.
having a lash out on people, bro.
We ain't doing no more beefs. We ain't
I
doing
ain't got no beef with nobody.
Yeah,
but I don't look. My thing is
What
like,
what we can do is we can have a healthy dialogue based on how we feel about individuals in their respective crafts, and that's it. Sometimes they might take offense to it. Shaq, love you. Shaq, you know I love you. You know how I feel about you. You know you my dog, and there were no issues. There were no problems. We were just talking about a subject matter in which I don't know much about. And
but here's the thing: if Shaq, Shaq is looking at what I'm saying in a vacuum, because Shaq is the most dominant, and they've never bestowed that title on another 5 other than Will.
Right.
So Jokic is not more dominant, but he has more regular season MVP.
Yeah,
No, guys are not more dominant,
right.
but he has, and so that's what I'm saying. I believe, me personally, and chat, y'all can disagree or agree or disagree. But Shaq said he didn't take practice serious. He said I was gonna get beat up in the game, so why was I gonna get beat up in practice? You can't think.
What, bro?
Ocho, well, I'm gonna run.
This nigga.
Think about this. Think
7
about
foot
he said
soft.
he didn't go hard in practice because he didn't want to get beat up in practice because he was gonna get beat up in the game. What if you said, you know what? I didn't run no routes full speed in practice because I was gonna run them full speed in the game.
Yeah, I see what Shannon is saying.
He said on numerous occasions he wished he had taken it, he had trained harder and kept his weight under control. But I guess me pointing that out, what he said, I guess he, I'm where I am. Because Ocho.
But Shannon Sharpe is right though. What Shannon is saying is like, if he took the game more serious, if he trained harder, ate healthier, did all the complete steps to be successful, like Jordan, like uh, LeBron, like a Kobe, he will be more successful and he have way more MVPs and he'll be up in the ladder chart, higher up in the ladder charts as far as being a GOAT, which is really understandable. You feel me? Cause Jokic, the only thing Jokic could really do is, I ain't gonna lie, he could pass better than Shaq and he could shoot better than Shaq, like I said. But as far as being dominant, like unguardable, imagine if Shaq was 325 the rest of his career, or not the rest of his career, but majority of his career, in shape, the footwork. Nobody, it's gonna be unlimited mismatches. The center wouldn't even be able to guard him. So I see what he's
You
saying.
know why I was
He
able to
not
watch a
coming at
lot of
him.
games
He just
and
saying.
never look back?
Shaq just get
Because I
offended,
got
bro.
everything I could
Right.
out of this seventh round draft selection, out of this body. Nobody will ever say, did people have more talent than Shannon?
Yes, sir.
God gave him that.
Hmm.
But you ain't gonna find nobody say they outworked it.
You ain't gonna outwork you though.
And that's all
I'd
I'm
rather
saying.
have that than be the greatest and didn't really work
10,060,
and regret
62
everything.
touchdowns, 8
Yeah.
Pro Bowls, 4th first team
Not
All
working as
25
hard.
total, 3 Super Bowls. That's all I got. That's all. That's all I could get
Yeah.
out of what God gave me. I couldn't get anything else.
I like.
And by this, and by my podcast is what it is.
Yeah.
Some people like it, some people don't. More people like it than don't.
Yeah.
The numbers speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish you the best on your podcast and your platform, but I ain't got nothing. I ain't here to bash Shaq or go back and forth.
Nah,
All right.
We ain't gonna do that.
Like what we doing, bro?
What we can do is we can have a Nightcap versus TNT Royal Rumble. Like if them boys want smoke, we can get it on, huh? Like listen, you get Shaq, I hit Kenny, and I push Kenny over.
Oh
And,
yeah.
And me and Chuck, we'll go. Me and Chuck, we can go toe to toe. Nightcap versus TNT, I'm ready. It don't make me none, and we could be friends right after and go eat.
Look, it is what it.
Alright, I think that's gonna sum everything up, man. It's already past 22 minutes. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It's your boy LeRoy, and he out. Peace.